Outside the Lens's Voice Out exhibition, a youth media arts exhibition, is on display at the Museum of Contemporary Art here, San Diego in La Jolla. And I'm joined now by Robin Ortega. We have Jeff Valenzuela here, and then Andrea Nicole Vintayen also. Hi, good to see you. Andrea is 12 years old from the San Diego School of Creative and Performing Arts, a sixth grader. And your work is on display at this museum that now has like global attention. That's a huge deal. So let's start with you, Robin. Talk about Voice Out and this exhibition and what it means to these students to have this work out there.
I mean, we're in our 25th year here in Outside the Lens, but Voice Out, it's our third year.
Okay.
And it's a really big deal because what we're doing is providing a platform for students to know and understand that their voice has a purpose and a meaning, and how to use that voice through media arts, and giving them a platform, especially at like Museum of Contemporary Art is huge, and being next to the exhibition giants even provides an even bigger dream that is really meaningful that they may have never thought of or created in that kind of space.
That's awesome. I mean, students around town are now seeing their work there. Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz are walking by seeing their work. I mean, it's right next to the Giants exhibition. And I really do think like the Giants exhibition has really brought people from all over the world to come to our museum here. It's about time, right? They get this attention.
Exactly.
I love that. So talk about, you know, what it's like for these students and the whole program. I mean, how all of this started and came to be.
Yes, so we've been around for 25 years. We're celebrating a big year this
Congrats.
year. And we started actually as a grassroots organization focused on photography and working with refugees. But now it's grown to this media arts program that services over 30,000 students in the city of San Diego.
Okay. I mean, to start with photography by immigrants and refugees.
Just giving them a camera.
Wow.
Disposable camera.
And then now look at the work that so many students are able to create. Jeff, you were one of the teachers that would go in the classroom. Talk about your work and your involvement now.
Yeah, well, I think one of the really great things about being a teaching artist and working with Outside the Lens and getting to work with youth in our programs is you really never know what to expect. And that's just what comes with providing space, providing time, access to resources for young people to just have that space to create and express themselves creatively. And I think being able to protect those spaces, those times, those resources. It's also why it's so important for funding, continue to fund the arts, and provide those spaces for young people to be able to express themselves. And
Andrea is one example of the students that you've been able to work with. What are you doing with the students in the classroom? I mean, how are they able to learn and grow in this way?
Well, at Outside the Lens, one of the other great parts is that our talented teaching artists are all experts in many different fields and their different respective practices. Shout out to all the teaching artists at Outside the Lens. And so you can do anything from photography, filmmaking, digital illustration, podcasting. So it's really, you never know what's gonna click, what they're gonna connect with, and that's the other thing, that you never really know what to expect.
I mean, one small example, when I was in school, I learned, you know, the black and white film developing and did that for yearbook, and now, you know, it led to this career. So, you know, it's just one of those things, you never know what interest will spark from it all. Andrea, I wanna talk to you now about your work, if we could. So this, we have it opened on your page right here. This is your work. Describe what this is. What did you come up with and create here that's on display now?
My artwork titled Childlike Wonders, it's inspired off of one of my favorite music producers. And I like to imagine the little girl in the work is a representation of me, and I'm surrounded by like all my thoughts, big, small, colorful, dull, words and numbers, anything the mind could like come up with. And I added wings to show how free it is to be like a little kid.
You did? Oh my goodness. As you're talking, I'm getting the chills while we're seeing this. That's beautiful. And what did you use to create this?
I used Sketchbook on the iPad that they gave us.
I've never even heard of that. So the fact that you know, I'm glad you do. That's awesome. How important is this a program to have this at school?
It's really important to me because I feel like that because of this program, we can recognize more of like talented young artists throughout San Diego, and I'm really grateful for the program for just like existing in general.
Yeah, and then expressing, emotion through art. I think so many of us are touched by that. So thank you for sharing. How beautiful is this? Seriously. 200 submissions.
Yes.
They're in this book, which
Yep.
is awesome.
All of them.
But 30 were chosen.
Yes, for the
Okay.
MCSD, but all are on view at the Central Library until
Great.
July 5th.
Okay, but this is the weekend to see it at the Museum of Contemporary Art, San Diego. It's on Prospect in La Jolla. See it until Sunday. I know, Robin, budget cuts are a big issue, cuts to the arts. If you could touch on that real quick and how important it is to keep funding arts.
Yes, so yes, we're grateful for the City of San Diego for partially refunding, but there's one message that's really clear is that we really need a commitment from the City of San Diego to provide funding to the arts and invest in the next generation.
All right, thank you all very much. Beautiful to see your work, and make sure you get out there to the museum this weekend, then the library through July.